Good morning, everyone. Dr. Laharan here, and I just had a terrible night's sleep. I just could not fall asleep, and my mind was kind of racing. Maybe I was thinking about this video too much, and I just could not let anything go. But anyhow, it's early morning, and I decided, you know what? Let's just get this video going. Today's video is going to be about melatonin. What does it do? Does it help you go to sleep? And is it worth spending my money? But before we get started, I just want to take a second to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe to my page so that you'll get notifications when I have new videos up and ready for you. And as always, if you know somebody who is going to benefit from knowing this information, please share with them this content. Maybe you have somebody who suffers from insomnia or somebody who you know could use a better night's sleep. Please share this video with them. It would really help me out too. So melatonin is known as the sleep hormone. And that is kind of true because it is released at night and most of us do sleep at night. However, there have been studies that have shown that rats or other rodents, they also release melatonin at night. However, they're out scavenging and doing all of their things that we normally do in the daytime at night. So it would be more accurate to call melatonin the hormone that tells us it's time for nighttime behavior, or maybe we could call it the darkness hormone for shorter. So will it help you go to sleep? Is it helpful for people who have insomnia? Well, no. Melatonin is a hormone that is naturally produced in our bodies. It's produced by the pineal gland, and it is not a sedative. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a hormone that signals to us that it's nighttime. In fact, as soon as the sun goes down at night, melatonin starts being secreted, and it kind of just gives us that cue that it's time to slow down, time to get ready for bed, time to have our last meal so that we can just get to bed and go to sleep. So if you're looking for something that will just knock you out and put you to sleep, melatonin is not for you. Okay, and I know the next question is, but Dr. Laharan, I have a friend who takes melatonin every single night and swears by it. Well, the literature is kind of everywhere on whether or not melatonin actually does help you get to sleep sooner, or whether it helps you stay asleep throughout the whole night. There's studies that have shown that it does and studies that have shown that it doesn't. So the big takeaway is that melatonin will interact with every body differently. So for your friend, it might be beneficial for them, but for you, it may not. It may not do anything at all. However, the most recent studies have shown that there may be an improvement of sleep onset. So you may fall asleep sooner by about 8 minutes every night. So I guess if you're really strapped for sleep, if you really need to sleep, then the 8 minutes would be golden for you. But I think for the general population, 8 minutes is kind of not that much. So what's melatonin's major role? Well, its main role is to align our internal clocks with the external environment. So studies have shown that there may be some benefits for people to take melatonin if they are swing shift workers or if they travel a lot and are experiencing a lot of jet lag. It may help signal that it's time for bed when it's actually dark outside if you travel across the country or something like that. That being said, if you're trying to see if melatonin can help improve your sleep patterns, it's best to take it about 90 minutes before your bedtime. That way it gives your body time to process and release. And more is not necessarily better. A lot of pills that are sold over the counter of melatonin contain as much as 10 milligrams per pill, when studies have shown that as little as 0.1 to 0.3 milligrams of melatonin can be an effective enough dose for your body. There's relatively low side effects when it comes to taking melatonin. However, some people will experience daytime drowsiness, nausea, sometimes headaches if they do take too much. And the other thing is, if you don't time your melatonin supplementation correctly, you can also experience even more insomnia-like symptoms, or you'll have an even harder time staying asleep as well. So if you have any questions, definitely talk to your primary care physician to see if they can help you time it better or change the amount of dose that you are supposed to be taking. Personally, I don't take melatonin at night. I do have a very strict sleeping schedule and sleep habits that I'm going to share with you right now. So, first thing that you can do if you want to try to get better sleep tonight is get on a sleep schedule. So, going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, regardless of what day it is, whether or not you work, etc. That would be very beneficial. The next thing is avoiding large meals right before bed. This actually has been shown to interfere with your natural melatonin secretion and cause you to throw off your internal clock that way as well. The next thing is avoiding screen time before bed. I know that's really hard to do, so I'm going to edit that and say, avoid using screens that don't have those blue light filters on them. However, if you really have trouble falling asleep, I would recommend just turning off all your phones at least an hour before bedtime. And finally, do some breath work and connection with your body before bed, or maybe even do some journaling if that's something that you know that your mind keeps going as soon as it gets dark. Doing some sort of meditative thing at night can help you release those thoughts and help you be better prepared to sleep. These tips may actually help facilitate higher and earlier natural melatonin secretion from your pineal gland than any other supplement out there. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this early morning episode of Wake Up with Dr. Loharan. This is actually a goal of mine to actually start releasing videos early morning. It is a big retraining process to try to get there. But let me know in the comments if you like this video. It's kind of a rougher video, I should say. But yeah, let me know if you like the video in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye. I need coffee.